Good? Okay, thank you. All right. Everybody that's still here, at this time, we will recall to order the meeting of the Suffern Central School District for Tuesday, May 2nd, 2023. Let the record reflect all board members are present. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you all very much. 1.08, this is the notice of public hearing on the proposed 2023-2024 budget. So this is an opportunity for anybody in the public who has comments about the proposed budget to please voice your comments. No? Okay. All right. Well, thank you all. We'll move on then. 1.09 student report. I know I saw it.
Regarding events at the high school, AP exams will be going on over the next 2 weeks and will finish on May 12th. Suffern High School will celebrate Decision Day this Thursday, May 4th during unit lunch. All who would like to participate, wear clothing representing your post-graduation plans. Saturday, there's an SAT exam at 8 a.m. at the high school. Monday the 15th starts the Pause for Change Frisbee tournament during unit lunch at the high school. Also on Monday the 15th is the guitar concert in the auditorium. And lastly, if you are interested in playing a fall sport, the sports registration site will open for pre-registration for fall sports from May 8th to June 1st. Please have a parent or guardian fill out the registration packet. Thank you.
All right, thank you. 1.10 minutes of the regular meeting of April 18th, 2023. Do I have a motion? Mr. Frazier? Second? Second. Mr. Shapiro? All those in favor signify by saying aye. 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 All those against? Any abstentions? And 1.11 minutes of the special meeting of April 23rd, 2023. Do I have a motion? Mr. Donnelly. Second? Dr. Nickpon. All those in favor signify by saying aye. 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 All those against? Any abstentions? All right. Superintendent comments.
Thank you very much. Always a wonderful evening when we get to celebrate our tenured staff members, and I want to congratulate them again, as well as their families, on a job well done. We continue to look forward to many years to come with their services to the Suffern Central School District. New York State officially recognizes Teacher Appreciation Week next week, but I'd like to take a moment here on Teacher Appreciation Day to celebrate our outstanding teaching staff and thank them for everything that they do for our students and our staff. Again, we had the tenure recognition celebration this evening. What a perfect evening to go ahead and celebrate Teacher Appreciation Day. We're just a few weeks away from our first One Suffern celebration event on Sunday, May 21st from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Join us as we partner with the Reach Foundation for a day of fun-filled activities and events for the entire family. The morning begins with a free 1-mile fun run, which is also a color run. And if you sign up, you'll get a free t-shirt, big time bonus, and continues with performances by our students. There's several games and activities, sports demonstrations, and a slew of community organizations showcasing their services. We even have free shuttle service that will run from downtown Suffern by the Avon building. We hope to see you there, and there will also be plenty of food as well. Big draw. Finally, and this is the moment that many of us have been waiting for, is that this coming weekend, Our sixth graders will be performing Peter Pan Jr. based on J.M. Barrie's classic tale, and it's a family favorite. Join the cast this weekend as they take you on a magical journey with Peter, Tinkerbell, and the Ticking Crocodile, the Fierce Brave Girls, a band of pirates, and of course, Captain Hook. And tonight, we are so very fortunate to have members of the cast here perform I Won't Grow Up. Performances are this Friday, May 5th, and Saturday, May 6th. Doors will open at 6:30 p.m. and the curtain rises at 7, and tickets can be purchased at the door. So with that, I'd like to welcome our young thespians up to the front and center here as they perform I Won't Grow Up. Thank you so much to our performers, their directors. What a wonderful performance. Thank you so much. I hope you never grow up, although I really do hope you grow up. Well done. Never lose that spirit. We thank you so much. And thus concludes the superintendent's comments. That's great.
Thank you, Dr. Gunderson, and thank you to the awesome sixth graders. Great job. And I would encourage everybody to go see this show. Really looking forward to it. Great job. Thank you all for coming here. One 1.03 is our public participation. This is public participation on action items only. If there are items that we are voting on tonight that anybody from the public wishes to speak on, please approach the podium. Okay. Are you speaking on one of the action items? Well, wait, those aren't the action items. Can we, hang on. Okay. Those are the action items. If you're looking to speak but not about this, there's another portion towards the end of the meeting. Okay. All right. So we're going to move to our action items then. Tonight we have action items 2.01 through 2.14. So I am pulling from our consent agenda 2.01, 2.07. Are there any other items anybody wishes to pull? Okay. All right. So we're going to vote on a consent agenda. This will be for action items 2.02 through 2.06 and 2.08 through 2.14. Do I have a motion? Ms. Dickman, second. Mrs. Hodge. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those against? Any abstentions? 2.01, the professional personnel report. Do I have a motion? Mr. Donnelly, second. Second. Mr. Shapiro. Any discussion? Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those against? Any abstentions? Abstain. Ms. Dickman abstains. Okay. 2.07, this is the resolution for release and settlement agreement for student number 8014980. Do I have a motion? Mrs. Hodge? Is there a second? Mr. Frazier? Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those against? I abstain. So. Okay. All right. All right, thank you all. We're going to move over to board member comments. Jen, do you need a mic? Do you have a mic down there? Yep. No, just because it's hard to hear you. I just didn't know if you had a microphone. That's okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Board member comments? Are there any board member comments at this time?
Yeah.
Mr. Frazier?
Good evening, everyone. Just wanted to also recognize the teachers and thank the teachers on this Teacher Appreciation Day. I would also like to congratulate again our staff, teachers that were and administrators that received tenure this evening. Great accomplishment and congratulations again. I'd also like to say I really enjoyed the sneak peek, the preview of Peter Pan, and I will be in attendance on Friday evening. So good job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Any other board member comments? Mr. Shapiro?
Okay. Yes, want to echo Mr. Frazier's comments. Really congratulations to the staff who received tenure tonight, as well as teacher recognition for all of the teachers throughout the school district. And also, of course, to Peter Pan and the rest of the crew. And I'm glad that Tinkerbell gave us something. She didn't say anything, so she's definitely playing her part correctly. 2 weeks from tonight is the district budget vote and school board election. As I've done in the past, and I'm going to continue to do, please make sure that we get the vote out. Of all the things that we have, the right that we have in this country is the right to vote as long as you're registered. And if you are registered, I hope you know where your polling place is. There are only 5 of them, but please make sure that you know where your polling place is. And please get out to vote. The polls are open from 6 a.m. Until 9. And if you are online and the clock strikes 9, they will still allow you to vote. So if for some reason you get held up or you forgot, which I hope you haven't, but if you have, once you get online, you will still be allowed to vote. So please make sure that you do come out to vote. It's a right that we have, and it's an obligation that we should take advantage of. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Ms. Dickman?
Good evening, everyone. On April 21st, Dr. Gunderson, myself, Senator Bill Weber, and Assemblyman Carl Brabenek, and several members of the non-public school community met to talk about transportation. As you know, the transportation is an enormous part of our budget. It affects all of the students in our district. And because of the number of schools that we transport to, it's a fairly complex subject. It's becoming more clear as the years goes on that we need to really be organized and decide how we're going to deal with this in the future. So we have a couple things going on. There's a transportation audit that's going to go on very soon, and that'll take a little bit of time, but that should help us reveal how we can better serve all of our students in the district, both in the public and non-public realm, where we can be more efficient and where we can serve our families in a much better way. Things are going okay now for the most part, but there can always be improvement. And as part of that, the board is going to form a committee to work on transportation issues so that when we are interfacing with the non-public school community, they'll see some consistency and continuity with who they're dealing with. And that committee will be able to present what they learn to the larger board to make better decisions and have everyone better informed on the issues that deal with transportation.
Thank you. Any other comments? No? I will just echo Mr. Shapiro's comments briefly about the importance of getting out and voting on May 16th. As a reminder, there are 2 board seats up for election, as well as our budget. We strive to provide the best educational setting out of all our surrounding districts. And I know we're biased when we say that we do that, but I do believe that is the case, that Suffern truly is the best district in the county, where students have the ability to learn, to get involved in extracurricular activities, to really be a part of this community. And it's our budget that allows those things to happen. So again, I implore you all, find the time. You have a 15-hour window in 2 weeks to get out, take 5 minutes and vote for this district to be successful. Vote for your board members who are here to work with the superintendent and guide this district in the right direction. So we appreciate all the support that we get from the community, but you've got to get out and vote, and you've got to continue to make this district as great as it is. So thank you. 7.01, public participation. This is public participation on any district-related business. If you have comments or statements, you can approach the podium. Please address your comments to the board. This will be a 3-minute per individual. Please state your name, your district affiliation, and please refrain from mentioning any specific district personnel or students.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Levi Gross, and I'm a district resident. I'm here to talk about an issue that I have with my 2 children, Eli and Jacob. Eli is 10, Jacob is 7. Primarily, this refers to their busing in the morning. First off, they get on the bus at about 7:05 and sometimes 7:20 in the morning. They get to school at about 9 o'clock. They don't have a bathroom on the bus. They don't have drinks on the bus. And I'm concerned about the unhealthy environment. Second, the bus route is unoptimized. It backtracks many times. The kids, my children frequently complain that they cross the same location many times, backwards and forwards. And they're concerned that because with an unoptimized route, that they're wasting their time. Additionally, there are many times that there are substitute drivers. There's one instance where the substitute driver came and the kids were on the bus for almost 3 hours. And with the substitute drivers not knowing the route, and with the busing, with the bus company not providing quality drivers that with knowledge of the route, my children, quite frankly, really don't like to go on the bus. Mind you, we live about 8 to 10 minute drive from the school. I want to say that this is my first time here, and I really look forward to working with the board and providing essential feedback and really building a quality busing and school system for all the students in this district. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Hello, my name is Nicole Patel. I am a mom of 2 children in the district at RP Connor and Viola Elementary. I know that this subject was brought up at the last meeting. Unfortunately, I was not able to attend, but I'd like to bring up the issue of school safety once more. I know it was discussed in length. I know that some people were for it, some people weren't. You guys decided that you were going to do some research and come up with a presentation. I just wanted it to be in the forefront of everybody's mind. I know it's been a few weeks since the last school shooting, but these things are happening more and more frequently. I don't think this is an issue that we should sleep on or kick the can around on. This is something that needs to be decided right away. I know there's a lot that goes into it. I know there's a lot of statistics that people want to look into and things like that. Just hoping that we don't drop the ball. Our children deserve more than that. They really do. I love our school security, don't get me wrong. A lot of them are ex-police officers, as you guys already know. So the issue of arming them and putting them through training, I think most of them would be pretty willing to do that. I know that the petition to put it on the school budget vote for the upcoming election was turned down. We accumulatively, we got about almost 100 signatures in less than 24 hours from local parents that were for this. So it's my opinion that we could get many, many more given the opportunity and the time. So it's something that the community obviously is interested in. I just want that to be looked at. I don't want everybody to just forget about it until the next school shooting comes. And, you know, unfortunately, it most likely will. I mean, I hope to God it's not in our district or anybody else's, but it's likely to happen again. And I just don't feel like we're prepared for it. I know that we have security guards now and our doors are locked and there are certain precautions that we take. I don't think they're enough. And I don't think that the parents of this district think that they're enough either. So I just urge you to continue to study that, to research it, to ask the public what they think. I'm more than willing to assist in any way that I possibly can. And I also have some questions about the budget and the proposition and why it was turned down. So I'm assuming that would be an email type of thing to contact you guys with. So I'm looking to do that too. And I think that's it. I just wanted to bring it up and let you know that we didn't forget. The community didn't forget, the parents didn't forget, even the teachers didn't forget. So I hope that you continue to think about that and advise us maybe at the next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Esther Korn, and I'm the parent of a private school student. This entire school year, my daughter has not had a steady driver. On April 19th, when the bus didn't come, I called and I was told that the bus was by me at 7:53. My original bus card was at 8:07. When I brought that up, I was sent a new bus card and in April. Since then, the bus has been coming at extremely sporadic timing between 7:50 and 8:25. I know this issue has been brought up in the past and has brought to your attention. We would like to be seeing action taken and replies to our emails. Thank you.
Could you repeat your last name?
We would like to see some action.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Your last name. I didn't.
Korn, Korn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Sinai Halberstam. Parent, and I really appreciate what the district has done the last year, especially. Really thank Dr. Gunderson for this wonderful job, the improvement of the transportation. I really like also to thank Marlo, did I say it right? And Dr. Gunderson for the meeting last week to get a better understanding of the transportation issue. And as he said, and we're working with this to get more state funding for the transportation. I hope we'll get it soon, but it's not an easy work, as you got to go through all the state bodies and all legislation. But I really see some. This year we have received much less complaints from parents about issues, but there's still kids need to wait sometimes from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock and etc. But the main thing that I want to bring up is about I think it will be very beneficial to do what they do on other areas, means sharing transportation. There's, for example, one street, I can give an example, is Murray, I think it is. That is one street that it's a half a block is East Ramapo, half a block is Suffern Central. And 2 children going to the same school have 2 separate buses. It's double money, and it's just like, okay, one bus, now the next bus, and they all got to go to the same circle. Just financially, it will save. It's better for the environment, for pollution, and it will save money for the district as well. And to my understanding also is that it comes out to about $3,000 per child in non-public school, as if it will be contracted out to other, should be the non-public school transportation, or just do multiple bids, because at the moment there's only one bid for non-public school. So it's whoever could provide it. So automatically it's very only few could get involved. But if it will be split up to 4, 5, or 10 companies, of course they all have to be credentialed. I think we'll just be more financially. I think we'll cut a few $1 million and we'll get back into the district and to use it for extra activities or other things. So that's my main point. And I really, again, I appreciate the work of Bill Weber and Carl Brabenak and Superintendent and all being, because there's a lot of work, it's a lot of research. I think it's only a few districts that have these complications. And I hope by the coming year it will be completely resolved as moving towards. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My name is Ari Abramowitz. I'm a resident in the school district for the past 6 years. And I just wanted to bring up if there was a way to find online the proposed budget and the board meetings that's going to be coming up for the future ones, to be able to see the agenda that's going on. Just again, as a resident, again, I'm not a board member, but I feel it would just be nice as the community so we could see that. I tried to find it online and I couldn't find it. But that was one thing. The second thing I wanted to bring up was it was actually really nice speaking to the transportation. Again, that is something my children do go into the private schools here. And again, the busing is definitely the challenge. And I know there's also a shortage of bus drivers. That is something that was brought up. But at the same time, also, I do know it's very, very challenging that my son, again, has a 2-hour bus ride on Friday from 12 o'clock. He gets home almost at 2 in the afternoon and he refuses to go on the bus anymore. So I'm picking him up and we just do a carpool for a bunch of parents together in the Suffern area. And then the second thing was also, again, something that was brought up before and it was brought up to the superintendent as well, of, where we live, it's on a dead end and the bus has to go around anyways there. And there's a rule that the buses only stop at corners. And where we live actually goes right into, I have a 9-month-old baby and my wife can't go out and I'm a volunteer EMS and I'm not home all the time. And we have a lot of strangers walking by because we live right near a park. And the bus driver goes literally right by the house and he says, I can't stop there. And my wife doesn't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I know that was something that was brought up many times. If the bus is already going around there, could it just be that they could just stop at the house and not make an issue of it, that they should wait till the corner because it's not taking any more time? These are just some concerns that I've heard from other parents as well. But again, I thank you all for being part of this and really making sure the community grows and flourishes and having everyone together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is LJ Caro. Sorry. My name is LJ Caro. I'm a senior here at Suffern High School. I just wanted to address the school safety component. And I would just like to say, a few weeks ago, I was outside with the child psych class with the preschoolers. And as we were walking back in by the side door up by the wrestling room, the door was propped open and it was unlocked. And this was at 10:30 in the morning. So it's kind of concerning that it was probably open for the whole morning and someone easily could have just walked in there. And it's also just kind of ironic because we're so strict on closing the side door for seniors walking in at 7:25, but yet the weight room door was propped open. I'd also like to add that, we're big on school safety, but we've only had 2 lockdown drills this year. And one of them, I was actually in this cafeteria for study hall and we were in that corner. But we're surrounded by all the windows and doors. So really, what's that doing? I mean, probably I'd run out those doors, but I'm just stating the facts of that. I would also just like to say, I think this is a plan that needs to be discussed. And I know there's a lot of statistics and a lot of rulings that have to go into it, but I think this is a plan that needs to be discussed for the next school year because we can't wait on this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chaya Weber Mandelbaum. I'd like to, I'm a district parent of private schools. I have children's ages 5, 9, and 10. It goes between 2 different schools. Oh, and 8. My children come home, my younger ones come home at 3:15. My older daughter gets dismissed at 4. The days that I do carpool for 4 o'clock, since we don't get busing, my younger children come home at 4. There's nobody home. They have to wait at school till 4 o'clock from 3:15 to 4, since there's nobody home to pick them up, since I have to go out to school. If we would be getting transportation at all dismissal times, this wouldn't be happening. The schools are ready to contract with Suffern Central, they told me. I really think that will save about half the cost for private schools for a child, and it would be a big help. And the schools are willing. I've heard that from them. Thank you for everything. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Again, my name is Ari Abramis. I just wanted to mention to the parents about school safety. I actually, my children are in the private school, and I do, having a previous military background, I do the school safety drills for my children's schools. We do lockdown drills, And I just wanted to mention from the Rampo Police Department officer, Robert Navarro, he offers for any school that wants to come down many times to be able to do lockdown drills. He's done it with us as well. And I know that's very important and he's always willing to do that. And I really just think it's something that they're very happy about. I just saw add this week that there's government funding even more to be able to do more lockdown drills and more school safety. So I think that's something that I'm very pro as well. And it's right here and they're offering it in New York State. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mikhail Fay. I'm a freshman at Suffern High School. I wanted to speak about the process in which our girls varsity lacrosse coach was removed from the program. When you said you received many complaints, exactly like how many complaints and how many total complaints were from the current players versus from previous players, and those players from the past, have they ever made complaints about this particular coach? Because it would only seem fair that the superintendent listen more closely to the players and family that are currently playing for Suffern Girls Lacrosse. Um, Most people in Suffern are aware of the previous divide in our Suffern Girls Lacrosse world, but now we are united. We are one team, one program, one Suffern, and we want our coach back. It's not too late to like revisit this again. I know we asked already, but I really do think you should. Um, I don't think it's fair that you removed our coach without any explanation with what happened, especially to the team itself. During the middle of the season, you took a valuable resource away, and we have not only suffered from it mentally, but we show up to practice every day without one of our coaches, and that's very hard. The seniors who have had Bonnie as their coach, whether it be 2 years or 10 years, Bonnie has been a coach that has impacted them immensely. They had to play their senior game without their coach that helped them that helped shape them into the young women and athletes they are today. As a freshman, I'm very disappointed that you took someone away who got so many people into amazing colleges and made them amazing lacrosse players. Now you took that valuable asset away from our program, and I would like you guys to show us that you care about our feelings, because we sat in that boardroom meeting on a Sunday night with not only the current varsity lacrosse program, but the youth program was there, and we were all crying at the fact that you took our coach away. And if you're like factoring our opinions into this, then I don't understand why you took her away when we all sat there showing our support for her. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Kuma Karen, and I'm a senior on the Suffern Girls Lacrosse team. The members of the lacrosse team have spent a lot of time speaking at the recent board meetings. We are still completely frustrated and perplexed by your decision. Yesterday, the girls lacrosse team had their senior game. Not being able to have my first coach on the sidelines for that game was definitely heartbreaking. When the seniors move on after this season, we will look back, and the most prevalent memory we will have will not be having the coach who developed us from the start there with us. Personally, I find this extremely unfair. It is also unfair that a reason still has yet to be given. In addition, the SGL seniors recently sent out an email to the superintendent requesting a meeting to perhaps get a little bit of an explanation. We have still not received an answer. Last Sunday, a room of 30 plus members of the Suffern lacrosse community, from second graders to seniors, spent their Sunday night crying in front of the board, and the only reaction to this was a stiffened posture and crossed arms. To us, this simply shows the lack of care and respect for SGL. We realize that this decision may not be reversed, but we are simply asking for the reasoning behind it, and this has yet to be given. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nicole DeBellis, and I'm a freshman at Suffern High School. I'm coming to you once again because I believe all of us deserve an explanation on what happened and why you came to your decision without even talking to the people who interact with her. How could you take away a vital leader that helped us all become who we are today, not only as a player, but as people? You say you're listening to us, but yet again, you choose to answer us with automated responses and not take the time to sit down with us and talk. We would like a real explanation on how you came to this decision. The lack of information is causing chaos and creating false rumors. I am begging you to reconsider your decision. Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm Madison Damiani, and I'm a senior here at Suffern High School, and I'm utterly speechless at the way the chain of events regarding the Suffern Girls Lacrosse program over this past week was handled. I feel betrayed by my own community. I don't need to restate all that our coach Bonnie has done for not only us, but the whole lacrosse community. You have heard her history, her background, and all of her dedication to the program. What could possibly be the reason for this decision? This has not only embarrassed our Suffern Girls Lacrosse team, caused false rumors, split the team in half, but it continues to embarrass our community leaders. How can you sit and stare at a room full of crying girls and accept that your decision is just and fair for everyone? It pains me to watch this happen in my own community. We were raised to be proud of our community, but this only makes me question our leaders. You preach one suffering, but this shows complete hypocrisy. I ask myself, how can I have faith and trust in our leaders if all you do is shun us? The senior class has sent you an email about this issue, asking for at least to sit down to talk and try and understand this decision. We have yet to receive an answer. It's outrageous and corrupt.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ava Greenhut, and I'm a sophomore on the varsity girls lacrosse team. I would like to talk about the issue regarding the Suffern girls lacrosse team. We all deserve an explanation onto why this is happening. We feel betrayed and backstabbed by our own community. I am truly disappointed that a coach that helps and cares so much was taken away from us, and yet it feels like nobody has listened to us. I'm not going to restate everything Coach Bonnie has done for us because you already heard that, but it is extremely unfair that you can do this and not giving us a reason.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alejandra Romer. I'm a junior on the Suffern lacrosse team. I'd like to talk about the issue regarding the Suffern girls lacrosse team. I'm new to the Suffern community and the SGL program. I've been playing lacrosse for 2 years, but Coach Bonnie always treated me like a family on and off the field. This decision has impacted us immensely, and it's truly not fair that you did this to our program. We want answers to the decision that you made because you took her away from us without any reason or explanation. Please listen to us and what we as current members of the team have to say and how this is affecting us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Margaret Samarone. I'm a district resident, alumni of Suffern, 3 children in the district, 5th, 10th, and 12th grade. 2 things I wanted to talk about, just in support of the people who came up about security. I'm completely behind them, and what LJ said was really important because those are the weak spots, and that always drove me kind of crazy to have so much security and then have somebody propping a door open. In regards to the busing, been doing it for 13 years with my kids, from kindergarten through 12, and I've seen some of the same types of problems. And something I've said for years is, and maybe I just haven't stood up and said it to you, why not get pre-programmed GPSs with all of the routes in? It's 2023. Every basic car has that in it. And for the public routes, because there's multiple elementary schools and the private routes, you can just literally click on whichever school it is and whichever route it is, and even a sub could look at that. I've seen bus drivers over the course of years with a paper in front of their hands trying to figure it out, passing by my house. So I've too dealt with the frustrations of that, and you're sort of like, no, we're here. And the same thing with the redundancy and driving around in circles. I do know that with COVID, it's been very difficult to get bus drivers or anybody to work, quite frankly. But I think that when you do have people subbing in, or if you're contracting out with other people, even if the school district could invest in like a pre-programmed GPS where somebody can just pick it up if it's a new route, plug it in, and take the most efficient route without wasting time and missing students. So that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Deirdre Cosgrove. I'm a parent of the district. I have a graduate, a senior, and a freshman. I wasn't going to speak. I am for one Suffern. There is bigger things going on, but this is big for them. I just want to comment on what I feel was the absence of due process and how the decision seems unilateral in nature and undermines the community's ability to trust the district's intentions. It seems like a dangerous and slippery slope to abandon process and procedure. Look no further than just down the road in Ridgewood, New Jersey. 3 years, 3 lacrosse coaches. Listening to a minority of disgruntled parents. Sports make people change and come with opinions that are based on emotions. As a parent myself, I do not want the responsibility that this shortcoming of ours will affect not just the girls lacrosse program, but all of the sports programs in this district. You are elected and appointed to serve the district at large, and you could and should do far better than you've done over these past few disastrous weeks. The grumblings in the community, in case you haven't heard them, are people wondering what coaches want to leave next. Who wants to put themselves in this position year after year, where a minority of parents and disgruntled players can beat down reputations of good people that have given back to this community for decades? It would behoove the superintendent, after not being here but 2 short years, to dive into the sports community, watch the girls lacrosse program practice, watch the boys lacrosse program practice. If you want us to remain competitive, we need these coaches. Thank you.
Thank you.
One more for transportation. My name is Sarah Just. I have a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old in private schools. First, I'd like to, I don't know if she's here, I'd like to mention Deborah Sullivan, who helped me through, I'm living in the district just about a year. So Deborah helped me to do the application for transportation. And I'd also like to mention Dr. Costaldo, who helped my special needs, medically fragile daughter get all the services that she's due. And probably there were some other people involved in that I don't know their names. Thank you too. I'd just like to mention that the way it stands now, my 13-year-old son misses the first hour of school and the last hour of school. And I'm hoping that by the time my 10-year-old is 12, because that's when the issue kicks in, this issue will be resolved. For any details, Dr. Costaldo has my email, and you can ask for it and reach me. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Okay. 8.01, Superintendent closing comments.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank our students who came to speak this evening. We appreciate your opinions in a very respectful manner. We thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. To the public school parents who are advocating for increased security measures, I want to thank you for sharing your thoughts and opinions. And of course, also to the the members of the non-public school community as well, sharing some of your concerns and appreciation for some of the work that's being done right now, but we certainly have room for improvement. And that brings me to the overall comment that I want to make in closing this evening about the budget vote on May 16th. I want to thank Dr. Castellane, all of the assistant superintendents, the principals, department heads, directors who have put together quite a conservative budget request for this year. I'm pleased to share with Dr. Castellane that we are going to be going out to the taxpayers with a modest increase of a 1.1% increase to our local tax levy. That took a lot of hard work. Suffern is a wonderful school district, and we have exceptional programs, and we are continuing to bring in additional programming. Ms. Weber is introducing a number of curricular offerings at the high school, the elementary schools, the middle school as well. Dr. Castaldo is placing additional emphasis on the science of reading in some of her PPS programs. We're having a major redo in the science of reading for grades K through 2 throughout all of our elementary schools. There's a lot of new activity taking place that's going to enrich the experiences for our public school students with that modest increase in the local tax levy. To those of you that are coming in and speaking about transportation concerns, I appreciate you recognizing that the district is making great strides in focusing on increasing the efficiencies of our transportation system, as well as our customer service, of course. With sending 4,000 students to 7 public schools and 1,400 non-public students to 110 different schools, it is a complex system that utilizes all of the latest technology from GPS routing to a whole variety of other measures that go into play. But that being said, I'm also very happy to share that we are, as mentioned by one of our board members, Ms. Dickman, before, we are engaging in a transportation audit to get an objective viewpoint on what we can do to increase those efficiencies and improve customer service for our students who utilize that service, as well as recognizing the increasing importance from our board in forming a transportation committee that's going to hear directly from Dr. Castellane and myself about the outcome of that audit. Our budget this year also calls for the creation of a director of school security. This is an administrative position that Mr. Breen is going to be taking over, where part of his focus is going to be on systemic improvements to school security. We have invested over the years tremendous amounts of resources and personnel into school security. There's always room for improvement, and I'm happy to share with everybody that part of his responsibility is going to be to make sure that we are consistent across all 7 school buildings and really utilizing the latest techniques, working with local legislators, working with local law enforcement to provide the most secure environment possible for our students. In closing, I just want to once again remind folks, please get out and exercise your right to vote on May 16th. Thank you very much. And that concludes my comments for this evening.
All right, thank you. One more time, just to say it again, May 16th, our next board meeting. It's in 2 weeks. It'll be in Hilburn. Polls are open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. There are 2 board seats to vote for on the ballot. There's a budget to pass so that we can continue to provide the excellent service and care and resources for all the students here. Oh, right, and the proposition. Sorry about that. Yep. All right. And at this time, we'll make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a motion? Mr. Donnelly, second. Second. Ms. Dickman. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you all very much. This meeting is adjourned. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Hilburn.